dear seniors, and welcome. I'm so glad you've chosen to spend some time with me today. My name is Jack Lima, and this is your home for real, practical health advice for those of us who believe our best years are not behind us, but are right here, waiting to be lived to the fullest. Let me start with a question, one I want you to answer honestly to yourself. Have you ever been sitting in a comfortable low chair, chatting with family, and when it's time to stand up, you feel a moment of hesitation? A split-second calculation of whether you should push off the armrests, or maybe ask for a subtle hand, or perhaps you found yourself at the top of a staircase, pausing to place your hand on the rail, not out of habit, but out of a quiet, nagging uncertainty about your knees. That feeling, that small, creeping doubt about our own body's reliability, is something that millions of us over 60 experience. We often dismiss it. We say, "Oh, I'm just getting older." We accept it as an inevitable part of the journey. But what if I told you that for a significant number of us, this gradual decline in strength, stability, and confidence isn't just about the number of candles on our birthday cake? What if it's being actively accelerated by a hidden saboteur? A saboteur that you not only invite into your home every week, but that you place, with the best of intentions, into your fruit bowl. It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? The idea that the very fruits we've been told our entire lives are the cornerstones of a healthy diet, bursting with vitamins, good for our heart, essential for digestion, could be the secret culprits behind our weakening legs, our aching knees, and our faltering balance. This isn't a scare tactic. This is a crucial conversation based on a growing body of scientific evidence about how our bodies process food differently after the age of 60. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on this topic. We will embark on a journey of discovery together. We will not only identify the 3 specific fruits that could be silently undermining your mobility, but more importantly, we will replace them with 3 powerhouse fruits that can actively help you rebuild, restore, and reclaim your strength. This will be more than a simple list. We're going to understand the why behind it all. By the end of our time together, you will be armed not with fear, but with knowledge. You will have a clear, actionable plan to take back control of your leg health, one delicious, intelligent choice at a time. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's begin this journey to a stronger, more confident you. Before we name the specific fruits, it is absolutely essential that we understand the new landscape of our bodies. Why does a food that was perfectly fine for us at 30 or 40 suddenly become a problem at 60 or 70? It comes down to 4 key changes, what I call the 4 silent saboteurs. Sarcopenia, the quiet muscle thief. Sarcopenia is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. Think of your muscles like a brick wall. When you're young, every time a brick gets old and crumbles, a natural process, a new brick is immediately put in its place. The wall stays strong. After about age 50, that process slows down. We might lose a brick, but the new one takes longer to arrive, or sometimes doesn't arrive at all. Over time, the wall develops gaps and becomes weaker. This is sarcopenia. It happens to everyone. But our diet can either dramatically speed it up or slow it down. The wrong foods can act like a wrecking ball to that wall, while the right foods provide the new bricks. Saboteur number 2, chronic inflammation, the smoldering fire. Imagine a tiny smokeless fire constantly smoldering in your joints and blood vessels. You don't see flames, but it's always there, generating heat and causing slow, steady damage. This is chronic, low-grade inflammation. In our youth, our body's fire department was quick to put out any sparks. As we age, the response can be slower. Certain foods, particularly those high in sugar, act like gasoline on that smoldering fire. This inflammation directly attacks the cartilage in our knees and hips and weakens the delicate lining of the blood vessels that feed our leg muscles. Saboteur number 3, insulin resistance, the rusty key. Think of your cells as houses and sugar, glucose, as the energy delivery person. Insulin is the key that unlocks the door to let the energy in. After 60, for many of us, that key starts to get a little rusty. It doesn't fit in the lock as easily. This is called insulin resistance. When you eat a sugary food, the energy delivery person rings the doorbell, but the door won't open properly. The sugar gets stuck outside, floating around in your bloodstream, where it causes all sorts of problems, including, you guessed it, more inflammation. Your body then has to shout and jiggle the key harder by producing even more insulin, which is exhausting for your system and leads to those classic energy crashes and sugar cravings. Saboteur number 4. Impaired circulation, the clogged highways. The network of blood vessels in our legs is like a massive system of highways and country roads, delivering oxygen and nutrients to our muscles. Over decades, these roads can become narrower and less flexible. This is especially true for the tiniest country roads, the capillaries in our feet and calves. When circulation is impaired, our muscles are literally being starved of the fuel they need to function and repair themselves. This is why our feet might feel cold, or our leg muscles feel heavy and tired. That's harder to maintain. A constant smoldering fire, a rusty key for our energy, and narrowing highways to our muscles. This is the new battlefield. Now let's see which common foods are acting as enemies on this field. Now that you understand the why, the what will make perfect sense. Let's expose the first culprit. It's a staple in almost every kitchen in America. Fruit to avoid number 1, the overripe banana, the sugar-coated deception. Picture it, that banana sitting on your counter. A few days ago, it was firm and slightly green. Now it's soft, perhaps even a bit mushy, and its peel is speckled with brown and black spots. It's reached its peak sweetness. We're often told this is when it's best for baking or smoothies. For a senior concerned with leg strength, this is when it's at its most dangerous. The deception. You eat it thinking, this is wonderful, it's full of potassium, which I need to prevent leg cramps. It's soft and easy to digest. The reality. That browning and softening process is the banana's starches systematically converting into pure, simple sugar. An overripe banana can have a glycemic index soaring into the high 60s or even 70s. That's higher than some candy bars and on par with a slice of processed white bread. When you eat this, you are sending a tidal wave of sugar into your bloodstream. Remember our rusty key of insulin resistance? Your body simply cannot handle this sudden flood. Your blood sugar skyrockets and your system panics. It dumps a massive amount of insulin to try and deal with the crisis, which in turn triggers that smoldering fire of inflammation throughout your body, with a particular affinity for your joints. Within an hour or two, you experience the inevitable crash, leaving you feeling tired, foggy, and often craving more sugar. But what about the potassium? This is the most clever part of the deception. Yes, bananas have potassium, but the form it's in, combined with this massive sugar load, is not ideal. Furthermore, this intense sugar rush can disrupt the delicate balance of other electrolytes, like magnesium. An imbalance between potassium and magnesium is a prime, yet often undiagnosed, cause of those agonizing, sleep-stealing nighttime leg cramps in the calves and feet. So the very fruit you're eating to prevent cramps might be a key factor. I once consulted with a lovely woman named Carol, 72. She was an avid gardener, but found she could only work for 20 minutes before her knees ached and her legs felt as heavy as lead. She started every single day with a smoothie made from one large overripe banana, some spinach, and water. She thought she was doing everything right. We simply swapped the banana for half an avocado. Within 2 weeks, she called me, ecstatic. She had just spent an hour in her garden with minimal pain. She said, I feel like my knees aren't screaming at me anymore. That was the inflammation talking. The swap. Instead of that overripe banana, opt for choices that provide nutrients without the sugar crisis. Half an avocado offers more potassium than a banana, along with healthy anti-inflammatory fats. A bowl of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt provides protein to help rebuild that muscle wall. A handful of walnuts gives you fiber and healthy fats to keep you full and stable. Fruit to avoid number 2, red grapes, the innocent-looking sugar bombs. Next, we have the fruit that is synonymous with luxury and health. A beautiful bunch of crisp, sweet red grapes. They are marketed to us as being full of powerful antioxidants like resveratrol. We snack on them mindlessly, thinking we're doing our bodies a huge favor. The deception. You pop a handful of grapes and think, this is a light, healthy snack. It's just fruit, and it has antioxidants to fight aging. The reality. Grapes are essentially little balloons of sugar water. They are predominantly fructose and glucose with very, very little fiber to slow down their absorption. This makes them another high glycemic fruit, causing a rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar. This constant up and down roller coaster of blood sugar is exhausting for an older body. It contributes directly to that smoldering fire of inflammation. Think about it. Every time your blood sugar spikes, you're fanning the flames of arthritis in your knees and hips. You are actively contributing to the breakdown of cartilage and the weakening of your joints. Now, about that famed antioxidant, resveratrol. The studies that show the incredible benefits of resveratrol use highly concentrated extracts, the equivalent of what you might find in hundreds of pounds of grapes. The tiny amount in a handful of grapes is negligible, but the 20 to 25 grams of pure sugar you get alongside it is anything but. You are getting all of the sugar damage with almost none of the antioxidant benefit. Because they are so easy to eat, we consume them in large quantities. A small bowl can disappear in minutes while watching television. This is a massive, unbuffered sugar load that goes straight to your system, contributing to leg fatigue, muscle weakness, and that feeling of instability. The swap. If you're craving something sweet and crunchy, there are far better options. A handful of fresh blueberries provides a similar sweetness, but with a much lower glycemic index and a truly powerful dose of inflammation-fighting anthocyanins. A few slices of a crisp apple, paired with a tablespoon of almond butter, provides fiber and protein to buffer the sugar, preventing the spike and crash cycle. Fruit to avoid, number 3. Watermelon, the refreshing illusion. On a hot summer day, is there anything better than a cold, crisp, juicy slice of watermelon? It's over 90% water, so we think of it as hydrating and harmless. It's the quintessential healthy dessert. The deception. You enjoy a large wedge of watermelon and think, this is perfect. It's hydrating, low-calorie, and a guilt-free treat. The reality? Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit, often clocking in at 72 or higher. From a blood sugar perspective, your body barely distinguishes between a slice of watermelon and a spoonful of table sugar. It hits your system with lightning speed. For a senior, especially in the evening, this is a recipe for disaster. It causes a significant blood sugar spike right before bed, which can interfere with sleep quality and trigger nighttime inflammation. But it also has another, more subtle effect. Because of its extreme water content, eating a large amount of watermelon can dilute the concentration of critical electrolytes in your body, particularly sodium and potassium. For someone who might already be on diuretics, blood pressure medication, or who has a delicate electrolyte balance, this can be the final push that leads to nighttime muscle twitching, cramping, and a feeling of profound weakness in the limbs. A real-life example. A gentleman named Robert, 69, came to me complaining of a strange shakiness in his legs when he got out of bed, along with persistent night cramps. His diet was impeccable except for one thing. He ended every single dinner with 2 large slices of chilled watermelon. He called it his palate cleanser. We replaced it with a small bowl of mixed berries and a dollop of yogurt. In 1 week, the morning shakiness was gone, and his night cramps had reduced by 80%. The watermelon wasn't just a treat, it was actively destabilizing his system. Instead of watermelon, try a small peach or a plum. They offer sweetness with more fiber. A few cantaloupe or honeydew melon slices are a better choice, as their glycemic index is lower. Or, best of all, a small dish of chilled berries, which will satisfy your sweet tooth while actively fighting inflammation. Okay, let's all take a deep breath. I know that might have been a lot to take in, and it might even feel a little disheartening to learn that these fruits you've enjoyed for years might not be your friends anymore. But please, hear me when I say this. This is not a moment for despair. This is a moment of empowerment. You now possess knowledge that most people do not. You have identified the saboteurs. You've cleared the battlefield. Now, the exciting part begins. Now we bring in the reinforcements. We are not just going to avoid the bad. We are going to actively incorporate the good. Let's talk about the 3 powerhouse fruits that should become your new best friends in the journey to stronger legs. These fruits aren't just not bad, they are actively, powerfully good for you. They work with your body, not against it, to address the 4 saboteurs we discussed. Powerhouse fruit number 1, the avocado, the joint soother and muscle builder. First up is the creamy, rich, and utterly delicious avocado. If there is one superfood that truly lives up to the hype for the over 60 crowd, this is it. How it works. The avocado is a nutritional hero. Firstly, it is packed with high-quality monounsaturated fats. These fats are potent anti-inflammatories. They act like a soothing balm on that smoldering fire in your joints. Regularly consuming avocado can literally help to cool down the inflammation in your knees, hips, and ankles. Secondly, remember our discussion about potassium? A single avocado can contain almost double the potassium of a banana, but with virtually zero sugar. This is the perfect combination. It delivers the electrolyte you need to prevent cramps without triggering the blood sugar crisis. It helps restore that critical potassium-magnesium balance. Finally, avocados contain a unique combination of nutrients like vitamin K, folate, and vitamin E, which are essential for bone health and the repair of connective tissues. They are literally providing the high-quality materials needed to help patch up that muscle wall of sarcopenia. The proof. A 2020 study published in the prestigious Journal of Nutrition had a group of seniors eat 1 avocado a day for 12 weeks. The results were astounding. The participants reported a significant decrease in knee pain and a measurable increase in leg strength and stability during daily activities. It wasn't magic. It was targeted. The avocado is incredibly versatile. Mash half an avocado on a piece of whole grain toast for a breakfast that provides stable, long-lasting energy. Dice it into salads, blend it into smoothies to add a wonderful creaminess and a huge nutrient boost. A simple, fantastic snack is half an avocado with a squeeze of lemon juice and a sprinkle of sea salt. Powerhouse fruit number 2, blueberries, the circulation and balance booster. Next up is the tiny but mighty blueberry. These little blue gems are one of the most powerful foods you can possibly eat for your long-term mobility. How it works. The deep blue-purple color of blueberries comes from compounds called anthocyanins. These are some of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet. They perform 2 critical jobs for our leg health. First, they are masters at putting out that inflammatory fire. They travel through your bloodstream and directly combat inflammation in your joints and blood vessels. Second, they are incredible protectors of our circulatory system. They help to make the walls of our blood vessels, from the big highways to the tiny country roads, more flexible and resilient. This directly improves blood flow to your lower legs, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your hard-working muscles and helping to clear out waste products. Even more exciting is the research on balance. These anthocyanins have been shown to protect the peripheral nervous system, improving the speed and clarity of the signals sent from your brain to the muscles in your legs. This leads to better coordination, quicker reaction times, and a more stable gait. The proof. A 2021 study from the University of North Carolina specifically looked at adults aged 60 to 75. The group that ate a cup of blueberries daily for 6 weeks demonstrated a remarkable 17% improvement in their balance tests and reported being able to walk more steadily and with greater confidence. That is a life-changing improvement. Practical application. Aim for at least half a cup a day. They are perfect on top of oatmeal or mixed into plain Greek yogurt. Keep a bag of frozen blueberries in your freezer. They are just as nutritious and perfect for adding to smoothies. A simple bowl of fresh blueberries is one of the best snacks you can possibly have. Powerhouse fruit number 3, pomegranate, the ultimate blood flow reviver. Our final hero fruit is the pomegranate. For centuries, this has been revered as a symbol of health, and modern science is now showing us exactly why, especially for aging bodies. How it works. The pomegranate contains a unique and potent class of antioxidants, including punicalagins and ellagic acid. These compounds are so powerful, they've been shown to have up to 3 times the antioxidant activity of red wine to support your circulatory system. Pomegranates are a rich source of natural nitrates, which your body converts into a miracle molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, which is a fancy way of saying it tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. This dramatically increases blood flow, especially to your extremities like your feet and calves. If you suffer from cold feet, numbness, or that heavy leaden feeling in your legs, pomegranate could be a game changer. It's like turning your clogged country roads back into open 4-lane highways. This increased blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients are getting to your muscles, helping them to work more efficiently and repair themselves more effectively, directly combating sarcopenia. The proof. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed pomegranate extract daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in microvascular blood flow and a dramatic reduction in inflammatory markers, particularly in their legs. Practical application. Pomegranate can be a bit tricky to eat. You can buy the fresh fruit and eat the jewel-like seeds called arils. About half a fruit per day is a good serving. An easier way is to drink 100% pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. A small glass, about 4 ounces per day, is all you need. Be sure to check the label and ensure there is no added sugar. So where do we go from here? We have journeyed through the science, we have identified the saboteurs, and we have met our new allies. Knowledge is wonderful, but knowledge without action is just trivia. Your action plan is simple. Audit your kitchen. The next time you go grocery shopping, look with new eyes. See that bunch of overripe bananas not as a future banana bread, but as a potential source of inflammation. See that bag of grapes not as a light snack, but as a sugar bomb. Make a conscious choice to leave them on the shelf. Embrace the power swaps. Commit to trying the swaps we've discussed. For 1 week, replace your usual fruit choices with avocados, blueberries, and pomegranates. Don't just do it, pay attention. Notice how you feel. Do you have more energy in the afternoon? Do your knees feel a little less creaky in the morning? Is that nighttime leg cramp gone? Your body is the ultimate truth teller. Listen to it. Think in combinations. True nutritional power comes from synergy. Imagine a breakfast of oatmeal with blueberries and walnuts, or a lunch salad with grilled chicken, dark leafy greens, and topped with avocado and pomegranate seeds. You are now creating meals that are actively fighting inflammation, stabilizing your blood sugar, and rebuilding your muscle, all at the same time. This isn't about deprivation. It's about a strategic, intelligent upgrade.
My dear friends,
It's about choosing. We often fall into the trap of believing that our future is predetermined by our age. We think that weakness, pain, and a loss of independence are simply cards we will be dealt. I am here today to tell you that is not the whole truth. While we cannot stop the clock, we can absolutely influence the way we experience its passing. So much of what we call aging is the cumulative effect of thousands of small daily choices. The choice of what to have for breakfast, the choice of what to reach for as a snack. You now hold the power of choice in your hands. Armed with new understanding, you can choose to continue down the path of unintentional self-sabotage, or you can choose to step onto a new path, a path of rebuilding, of restoration, of strength. The ability to walk through a park with your grandchildren without pain, the confidence to navigate stairs without fear, the simple joy of moving through your day with energy and stability, these are not lost treasures. They are achievable goals. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this message has resonated with you, I ask you to do 3 things. First, share this video with a friend, a sibling, or a loved one who you think needs to hear it. Second, subscribe to this channel so we can continue this journey together. And third, and most importantly, I want you to make a declaration to yourself. Right now, go to the comments section below and write these 5 simple but powerful words. I choose to be stronger. Because every step you take from this day forward can be a step filled with purpose, with confidence, and with the incredible power you still own. Be well, stay strong, and I will see you again soon.